Take a look of your painting. It can be just a shape that you're putting in. Like these are sort of, they look like trees maybe over here, but it also gives your road some dimension. So the road looks bumpy a little bit, see? And that tree could look any way you want. You can make your shadow any shape you want. See? Shadows on a road give interest. Plus a little shadow right there. There. What's simple and what's mastered becomes easy. Once I get it to this level, if I want to bring it to another level, what I'll do is take some of this white and I'll mix it. I'm just going to mix it here so you can see it. I'll take a little pinch of yellow. This is watercolor, but this is gouache, opaque paint. We call it opaque, meaning you can't see through it. But that doesn't mean you should use it really thick. It should only be thick enough to cover. And I'll show you what I mean. The rule is in the shadows, you will get more saturated colors, but in the light, you see that little drop there? That means it's too thick. I'm going to empty some of it. I'm going to get a little more of the white. That's about right. And I'm going to put a few little dots in, which represent where the light is hitting. So the white goes right next to the little dark stones, but not in the shadows. You can also pick up little accents just in between the little shadow holes, you see? Now these will dry darker. The opposite of watercolors, they dry darker, not lighter. So you can also just pop in a lot of these like that and they will dry a little darker, but they will add some interest to the gravel. What else can you do with them? Well, if you add some yellow to it, a little more white, just thick enough to cover, see? And I can pick up a little, well, might be a little bit too much. There we go. I just dot in a few little spots here and there. And remember, they'll dry a little darker, but they'll still be lighter than what you put on. So this is not fixing the painting. You don't do this to fix it. You do it to bring it to a higher level of finish. Finish always means the amount of work, brush strokes that you've put on the surface of the paper. So the more finish, we say the more finished it is. There we go. So I can just kind of tap those in. It'll give me a little texture. And there we go. And that's the actual white of the paper there. Okay, now comes the fun part. What do you do in the shadow? Well, clean your brush off first, or have another brush handy, whatever you like. And let's put something cool in the shadow. We'll take a little bit of this, the cobalt / manganese type blue. And now this is a little dirty, so we're going to have to clean that. And the easiest way is just put a little water on it. Take a paper towel and touch it, and there, it's all clean. Just like you want clean colors in a watercolor, You want clean white in gouache or opaque watercolor. And that's what this is, opaque watercolor. Now look at this. I take this nice, beautiful blue. In the shadows. There's that first one we put on there. So we need a little more of this blue. And of course, water. You don't want to be using gouache, especially if you get it in a tube, straight from the tube and onto the paper. It will crack over time. You have to add water. Water sets the glue in the paint. And if you don't add water, you're asking for trouble. So look at that little blue, how it picks up the little cool areas in the shadow, see? Just a little here and there. You don't want to overdo these little shadow accents. Just a little bit here and there. Beautiful. You could even put a little pinch up here. Watch this little blue in here.